From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Time is ticking down on the final deals of 2025 at Crown Motors. Every car on the lot is discounted for this sale. Ford buyers will receive an additional $1,000 in mega cash from Ford on top of all other discounts. And selected Fords get 0% APR for 60 months, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days. Time is running out, so come to Crown Motors on Cypress Avenue or visit us online at crownmotorsreading.com.
Happy holidays from Weather NorCal and our sponsors. Have a wonderful holiday season.
Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Mike Krueger. I thought I'd do this live because, of course, we had that convergence sign early this morning. People may have been concerned about it and just kind of had a lot going on, so I didn't have time to really prepare to even do the recording in time. So here we are, we're doing it live here, and of course I'll probably be doing the regular update at 6 o'clock this evening as well. So here's a look at our weather headlines. We've got more flooding, more mudslides and rock slides and debris flows. A very good possibility here over the next few days. The rain kind of tapered off today as expected, minus that convergence sign we saw this morning. But we do expect very strong winds going into tonight again with downed trees, power outages. We saw that last night and early this morning, and there's a very good possibility we can see that again here. We also, of course, are going to be looking at lowering snow levels as these colder storm systems begin to move in, especially by Christmas Day and the day after Christmas. This is going to impact your holiday travel. We've also got drier conditions in the forecast, and yeah, that'll be here by the weekend. So here's your neighborhood forecast at a glance. Maybe an isolated shower here and there, but really, for the most part, many of us are going to stay fairly dry for the rest of the day today with more rain in the forecast. So you can see here that through the morning hours, most of the rain has really started to taper off. There still are a few showers right now into eastern portions of Plumas County, even some snow flurries there in southeastern portions of Laston County as well. But I want to show you that convergence line that I actually ended up going live here while it was happening because there was some concern that it may create some more flooding like what we saw on Sunday. But the good news is it did kind of die down and we didn't see much activity out of it. And there were reports while I was actually doing that live update of some minor flooding that had developed, but the good news is it really hadn't done much, if any, damage. So definitely good news to hear that, and it looks like we can kind of move forward and not have to worry as much, because if we can keep away from these convergence signs, if we don't see a repeat of a convergence line that we saw on Sunday, then I don't think we're going to see anything near what we did see as far as flooding is concerned. But there will still be the potential for some minor flooding in low-lying areas. The ground is saturated. It can't hold any more water, folks. So any rain we see on top of it, a significant amount of rain on top of it, that's when you're going to start seeing that flooding. So during these times of heavier downpours, as these storm systems pass through, there may be some minor flooding in some areas here. But that flood watch continues through Friday in most cases. And just to kind of give you an idea, we take a look at the rivers, right, and have an idea what they're expected to do as we see these storm systems pass through. Eel River at Fern Bridge, of course, that's on the coast there. That looks like it's in pretty good shape. It should stay below action stage, actually. We take a look at Tehama Bridge, Sacramento River. It's actually expected to stay below the minor flood stage and barely get into that action stage. So as we see more and more of these forecast model runs come out, they're actually starting to show signs of backing down a little bit on the amount of rainfall, and that's why we're seeing ourselves kind of breaking away from that potential of some flooding in some areas here. So that storm system quickly passed on out of here, but you see the area of low pressure off to our west. That's going to be the next storm system that's going to bring us more rain, more low elevation snow, or lower elevation snow, and gusty winds. So still several things to kind of watch here as we go through Christmas Day, the day after Christmas as well on Friday, and then as we go into the weekend, look at this. Watch Saturday, look at Sunday, right? We got high pressure building in, and we have also got dry conditions in the forecast. And I think this is a time when most of you, if not all of you, are happy to see that, to see the drier conditions and say that it's not going to rain and be happy about it. And that's going to be the case for the weekend and even going into early next week. Lakes are looking good, right? We're over 100% of historical average for all of the lakes again. All right, so let's take a look at Futurecast for the rest of the afternoon. fairly dry. Same story. But look at the rain beginning to approach from the south. We've got more coming in. And in fact, the rain we see out of this second storm system will come in two waves. The first one will be tonight, and then we'll see that next wave come in around 3 o'clock in the morning with that cold front. Now notice the heavy rainfall, gusty winds. It'll move through fairly quickly. But behind that cold front is colder air. And that colder air is going to bring us lower snow levels. So there you can see it transitions over to snow for the mountains in the eastern mountains, right? And then you can see for Thursday morning, some of that rain. There may be some isolated thunderstorms. And you can see here as we go into your midday, we're also seeing that potential for those thunderstorms as well. But snow fairly low as we take you into this evening, or excuse me, into Thursday afternoon. Thursday, 6 p.m., what we're seeing here is, looks like that chance for some rain here as we go into the evening. Another round of some heavier rainfall, another round of some snow. And then you can see here, we are actually seeing those temperatures are going to be dropping a bit, and snow levels are dropping a little bit as well. But look at this. As we go through Friday afternoon, it actually starts to taper off, and we're drying things out, especially by Saturday morning. There may be some morning fog, by the way, in the valley, but a bit of a north breeze will keep that fog from really sticking around too long. And then on Sunday, also looking at plenty of sunshine in the forecast. Rainfall totals. I think the estimates are a little bit low here, but I'd say about 1.5 to maybe 3 inches of rain at most in some areas here. And I think we'll probably see more than what you're seeing there on the coast. This is all the way through Friday night. After Friday night, we are going to be looking at those drier conditions. Let's talk about the snow. There is a winter storm warning for Tuesday night. That was basically yesterday through Friday night. Snow levels between 3,500 and 4,500 feet and could get locally lower. I'm going to show you some of the forecast road conditions here coming in from the latest forecast model data. And there you can see nothing to be concerned about this evening, but by tonight, by the time we get into tomorrow morning, there you can start to see more snow beginning to work its way, especially in the eastern mountains. I'd say above 4,500 feet is where you may start running into some chain requirements. Cedar Pass, Bogard Ranger Station, right? Looks like even places like Scott Mountain Pass will be looking at some snow up there. Now, if you look right there, kind of on I-5 near Mount Shasta, look to the right of where it says Scott Mountain. You'll see that red on I-5. That's kind of a rain-snow mix. So there's the potential we could see some snow even Thursday morning on I-5. But look at Highway 299 West. We're not seeing anything there, but we are seeing a little bit of snow on Highway 36 to the south. And then as we go and take a look at these snowfall estimates, and as far as totals are concerned, it's beginning to pile up here by Thursday afternoon. But notice most of it is going to be in the eastern mountains, and especially for places like southern Lassen, Plumas County, and then more snow as you head down into the Sierra. And then you take you into Friday, more snow working its way. And again, where most of the snow will be is in Plumas County, and maybe even some minor accumulation out towards Mount Shasta City. I do expect as the system passes through on Thursday night into Friday, we could see just some a little bit slightly cooler air moving in, and that may drop those snow levels briefly. But I think on average about 3,500 feet, give or take. Okay, now we take a look at the Sierra. If you're heading out towards the Tahoe region, take a look at this, because you are going to see some chain requirements tonight. You're going to see them tomorrow morning. You're going to see them through the day on Christmas Day. You're going to see chain requirements probably even as we go into Thursday night and Friday. So plenty of snow. And keep in mind, as you get to the Tahoe region and this part of the Sierra, there are much higher mountain passes. So as a result, you're going to see more chain requirements. And of course, the snow is just going to pile up, right? There you can see as we go into Thursday, that's Christmas Day. There's Friday, more snow, and that's through Friday at 10 p.m. I mean, the white that you see on the map, that's several feet of snow. All right, now let's talk about the winds. Several elements to talk about with these series of storms. Now, there is the area in brown. Through Thursday evening, there's a high wind watch. That'll probably get upgraded to a high wind warning once we get closer to that time frame. Through Friday evening, a high wind warning for the northern portion of the Sacramento Valley. And through midday, right around now, we've got that high wind watch and high wind warning. That'll probably be extended as we get into tonight and into tomorrow. So the winds are still a bit breezy in some spots here, but overall not that much of an issue. But by tonight, there it is. We're seeing those winds pick right back up. And looks like it's going to be a gusty day through the day on Christmas. Although by the second half of the day on Christmas, they're dying down a little bit, but not by much. And then look at this. By Friday morning, still some gusty winds at times, but they should die down now, it looks like, for Friday evening. And then Saturday, a bit of more of a north wind at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So a little breezy, but overall not that big of an issue. Now, this is taking a look at what we call the forecast wind gust swath. And what it's doing is it's taking from now through Friday morning, and it's finding what the highest gust will be. So you can see around 50 miles per hour in the north end of the valley in particular, and over 50 miles per hour out towards, say, places like Crescent City. So we have more wind in the forecast, indicating that we may also see the potential for more downed trees and power outages. We take a look at those temperatures in the mid-50s for your daytime highs for today. In the valley, temperatures in the 40s for the higher elevations. And we're going to go ahead and take a look now at your 7-day outlook. And or actually, excuse me, before we get to that, we'll take a look at tonight. And there you can see, of course, those temperatures upper 40s to low 50s. And there, of course, we're looking at those 20s and 30s. All right, now we're going to take a look at your 7-day outlook. And what we are seeing here are temperatures basically staying in the 50s, although a little bit cooler on Friday. We've got more rain on Thursday, Friday, but there it is. The drier weather comes Saturday and Sunday. All right, there you can see the off and on rain for Thursday and Friday, but we do have those drier conditions here for the weekend and drier conditions going into early next week. There is a look at your snow levels too, about on average 3,500 feet. Could get locally lower though on Friday for a short period of time, maybe down to about 3,000 feet. But there you can see for Alturas, 4,000 to 3,500 feet and about 4,000 feet on average for places like Susanville, and drying out as we take you into your Saturday and Sunday. Checking some of the comments here, we do have someone who's mentioning Donner has chain requirements right now. Let's see if we can go ahead and take a look at that. I'm going to go ahead and pull up. Actually, we just have to go to weathernorcal.com and I'll show you where you can find that. You go to road conditions and you go over down here, you scroll down and you click on this map right here and it'll take you to quick maps. All right, so there are the chain requirements. Look at all those chain requirements. And even, so nothing in the north state, right? That is to be expected. But down to the south, yeah, a lot of chain requirements on Highway 89 as you're heading towards the Tahoe region. So just be aware. We'll take a look at that camera here, for example. And we can see there it is. There's the snow. So yeah, it's just we have higher mountain passes in the Sierra to our south, and that's why you typically see a lot more chain requirements during these types of snowstorms. But I do anticipate that by tomorrow, we will see more to the north up in our region, especially east of I-5 as well. So I want to thank, who was it? Ashley Sims saying there are chain requirements now. So there you go. And just a kind of a nice little reminder for you. Well, that's going to do it for your afternoon update. Again, wanted to do this live, but you'll be able to watch this back for the noon update as I'm recording this, and you'll be able to watch it back on Facebook, or of course you can go to YouTube, watch it there. You can watch it on the 24-hour streaming channel, or you can watch it from the free Weather NorCal app. Let's see, where else? You can watch it on weathernorcal.com. All these different locations. So thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a great day, and we will see you at 6 o'clock this evening, where I'm going to have more updates, a deeper dive forecast, and we're really going to dive into the forecast as we go into Christmas Day. Have yourselves a great day, afternoon, and we will see you later on this evening.